Hi guys, and welcome to my podcast. It's Saira Hayati. You've been following me for a while, and if you're intrigued about what I'm up to and why, this is why I started this page. And this is also dedicated to those conversations that I have that you aren't party to, because I want you to see and learn who I'm interacting with, particularly the ladies, because there's quite a few successful ones out there. And I have to say that we need to be making some noise for the ladies out there who are running business, running their homes, doing what I did, but just don't get the credit for it. So today's first podcast for Saira Hayati, Rise High, is about recent activities, right? Everybody wants to know, why is she back in the UK? Has she left Malaysia? Has she moved to Dubai? So let's clear up one first thing. See that house that you saw? The £50 million mansion. That was satire. It was also an exercise to see how many of you would watch it to the very end. And if you remember the last one that I did, in that video, I said that my husband bought me this shoebox. But at the end of it, I was like, no, this is my home. I love it. I'm grateful. And I don't care if it is smaller or a shoebox or anything, but as long as it's mine, that's my roof that I can go to, shut the door and know it's my space on this earth. So the £50 million mansion, 200 million dirham, was actually a palace. It was stunning. And would I want that in my life? I don't know. If it came in, Allah Mubarak. If it doesn't, I'm not fussed. As long as I have my space that's mine to keep for me, then I'm content and I'm happy. Anyway, don't want to waffle too much on about that one. So, Dubai. Why was I there? I lived in Dubai. Well, I didn't actually physically live, but my brother lived there for a good couple of years, and he had family who was living there going back to about 2010, 2012, between 10 and 14 it was. He moved out there himself. So did my mum. So did my daughter. My daughter was 18 years old. She landed herself a really, really good job as a project coordinator for a large construction firm. My mum stayed out, but she got lonely. She was living in Sharjah, right by where the fishing boats come in, and there's a stunning mosque outside. There's stunning mosques everywhere in Sharjah, everywhere you turn. However, she was getting lonely in an apartment and she's not used to it. So I would say about 18 months later, she said she wants to come back. So I organised the trip back. Now, the place that she rented in Sharjah, I found it. I cleaned it. In fact, I cleaned it with my own hands and some wire wool because it was grub. I then furnished it. I connected all of her utilities. So I have a little bit of experience when it comes to that side. And it's not just holidays, because holidays are a completely different experience, right? Anyhow, 18 months later, she says she wants to come back. So now I'm organising the house back in the UK to refurnish it, because we'd cleaned and cleared and rented and done everything to it. It's not the first time I've done this, guys. Remember this. But what we did was kept her house that she was renting out as her income, and then she moved into one of my smaller new build properties, one that had a downstairs toilet, because obviously she was getting older, and utility bills would be light because of modern houses, thin walls, you know how it is, they're economic, but they're not exactly the best when it comes to build quality. She moves in there, around the corner from me, and we're back on. You know, the paratha being delivered on the weekend, and she's cooking. I'm going around there in my PJs even when it's dark. You know, don't tell everyone I told you that. And we was having a great time. But she was back now from Dubai, and that whole experience was done. My brother stayed there for a few years. He did business there. He was very successful at business. He did marketing, actually. It was the text message marketing when that was a thing back then, because that was the new communication route, and it was WhatsApp text messaging. Ran it, but the reason he came back was children, growing up, education, fees, and all of that. So he came back to the UK. He became my mum's neighbour. He was at number 45, mum was at 43, and guess who was at number 2? So we had a really nice little spell. You know, journeys happening, chapters evolving, and that was that life. But coming back to Dubai, so I was offered a job back then as well, and it was a really healthy salary. I mean, I was in my, I think, late 20s, early 30s. Hang on a minute, let's do the maths on this, shall we? 14 years back, mid 30s. And I was offered a job, but to me at the time, I thought, you know what, no way. There's no stability here. There's no security. I can't build anything for a future for my children on sand, so I didn't take the job. Fast forward now, the world has changed. We are digital. We are global. People are nomads. They are working in the UK. They are working in other countries, and they are spending those funds in other countries, like I am in Malaysia. But Dubai has a different twist. Now, all of you think that Dubai is expensive, and I don't want this podcast, being the first one, to be all about Dubai. I just want to highlight some facts that I know, judging by my own experiences, that Dubai is not expensive. Dubai is expensive for us because we're earning in our pound. And when we go and spend it there, it's expensive. But if you were earning in dirham and you had a really good job, not necessarily like right up there, but you could be in the middle band, and you were earning yourself 25 to 30,000 dirhams, you could live. And the reason being, I'll tell you, 1-bedroom flat, £1,000 per month in outskirts of Dubai. Food in that vicinity is fairly priced. If you're going to go marina, if you're going to go Dubai Mall, expect to pay double bubble, because it's a tourist location. It's created for that purpose, as are all tourist direct locations. Go to London, go to central cities. Everything is expensive, all right? So let's not carry on too much about Dubai being expensive. You can live there. You can get a job there. You are in a world where everyone is hungry to thrive, survive, not just survive. What am I talking about? Thrive and enjoy and be. And if you've got the income coming in, then you will do exactly that. That's Dubai. You've got Sharjah. You've got Ajman. Keep watching. I'm going to talk about them. But let's come back to the topic of Saira left Malaysia. I haven't left Malaysia, for God's sake, all right? I love Malaysia. That is my second home. Inshallah, I have bought a house there, and it is in the process of having, because it's a new build, you've probably been watching. If you haven't, then I'll show you. New kitchens needed, wet kitchen, dry kitchen. I needed fans, I need ACs, I need curtains, I need fitted wardrobes. I then need to furnish. And I haven't done all of it, guys, because I haven't got all that much time. I'm trying to create content for you, live my life, do my work, and then prep this house up. So for those of you that think that I've left, inshallah, I'll be going back, because I wanted to experience doing the MM2H visa myself, and once I've done it, I'm going to share it with you, because you know what, when you read it on a piece of paper, it sounds daunting. I have to get my birth certificates apostilled, is that the word, or an apostille, to whatever, have to do that from the Foreign Office. That comes back, and then it has to go to the Malaysian embassy, then it has to go to the agent, then it has to go through other processes, then I have to give them loads of other documents. I'm going to do that in a separate video, not right now. So I am, inshallah, applying for the second home visa. It was a subject that everybody was asking me, what visa are you taking? I can't tell you, because I've got to try them all out, right? I need to know which one's going to suit me and where my journeying is going to take me. Am I going to do business over there? Am I going to give myself a business visa? Am I going to put my kid in school? Am I going to give myself a guardian visa? Or am I just going to go for the straight MM2H, because I have got income that will provide for me over there from outer sources? Because when you have MM2H, you can't actually work. You can be a director. No, you can be a shareholder of a company and earn dividends. So just let that one sink in if you're thinking about it. My main purpose, guys, you have to understand, is to teach you guys how to do it, and to give you the confidence and inspire you to do it yourself, because I'm telling you my experiences. Hijrah is for all of us, and it will come for all of us when Allah wills. Every step of every day that I take is according to Allah's will. It is not according to mine. I have let go to that. I have let go to the tawakkul Allah, that my rizq and my location and everything in my life, I trust and have entrusted that to Allah's plan, not mine. So anyhow, I hope that answers you. Number one, I have not left Malaysia. Number two, I am going to buy in Dubai because that is going to be my income stream. And why am I back in the UK? Well, several reasons. One, my mama was poorly. I need to spend some time with mum, right? Priority number one. And if I have to fly backwards and forwards for that, I will. I'm not staying in Malaysia. I'm not settling in a house. That's my base. And Allah created this huge world. And if I have the ability to, I'm going to travel around it. And while I'm there, I'm going to do some work that's going to benefit you and maybe my akhirah. Because if you move for the sake of Allah and I helped you do that, then I'm getting some rewards as well. Right. The UK. Why am I here? And what message have I got for you from the experience, Malaysia, Dubai, that I want to share? So, I've done Malaysia, as you've seen. Beautiful country, definitely for us British to settle, but it's 14 hours away and not all of you want or can do that because of your connections in the UK. So number two then is that Middle Eastern area, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Medina, Saudi Arabia. And I will be going there too, inshallah, if Allah wills, to show you accommodation, prices, legalities, schooling, rents, cost of living. All of those things I will be showing you if Allah wills for me to travel over there. And that's what my intention is. So let's see if that unfolds for you. But what have I got in the UK that I'm going to use to my advantage? And what have you got that can help you? It is your property. The property that you've got, whether you have a mortgage on it or don't have a mortgage on it, you look around what you have and tell me if you need it. Because I'm doing exactly that. This house that I have, this little podcast studio that I've built in my home, the first, kind of not as pro as most of the ones you've seen me go into in studios, but it's a space and I can talk to you. I have a phone for my camera. They're damn good. A little bit too good sometimes, show up all my creases. And then I've got my mic so I don't have to shout, and I'm holding it far away because you know I'm a loudmouth, right? Property in the UK, use it to your advantage. If you've got something big and it's beyond your requirements, sell it, please. Sell it. And if it's your main residence, you won't have capital gains tax to pay. Sell it, downsize into something smaller, liquidate that capital and use it to invest in other countries. You could rent in Malaysia. You could invest in Dubai, in Sharjah. As the main countries, you have to understand that the Russians, Ukrainians and Arabs are shifting too, because there is so much opportunity there. The more people that go there, the different caliber of people that go there, the more the economy will thrive. And the more money that gets pumped in, the more the businesses will thrive. And the more accommodation is needed and the higher the rent goes, because the demand is there and therefore it's market driven. Yeah, the more people that want it, the higher it goes, because they can't give it to everyone. So invest in Dubai, in Sharjah, southern Dubai. I'll tell you where to do it. Next podcast I do, I'm going to tell you where to invest in Dubai, and I'm going to have a guest right here to talk to you directly about it. I'm also having, what are they called? Not podcasts, forums. There's a forum coming on the 1st of March where I will be discussing Sharjah with somebody who is living there, who is also an agent, and she's going to give you all of her experiences. The next video to drop will be a podcast directly with her, asking about cost of living, etc. I don't want this one to be too long. This is my opening video to let you know that I will be podcasting on this channel, and I will come at you with as much information as I can. And if there's anything particular, a country, anywhere that you want to know, drop me a message below. Do subscribe. Please, I need you to subscribe. I need you to share this. Firstly, because the content going out to the Muslims, the purpose is to share hijrah for all of us to have that experience. I'm going to experience it. I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to put it in terms that you understand. And I will be straight and honest, because guys, I wish you to make dua for me to take me to Jannah. But when you subscribe and you watch, I will hopefully be able to monetize this quickly. That gives me sufficient means. Don't think I'm getting rich off the back of this, guys, because I'm not. And if I am, then you're responsible for it. But subscribe to it and share it so I can get this page podcast specific to launch, to go in a direction so that I can monetize it, and that will help fund this and everything that I'm doing. And please don't think it's easy. Last 2 days I've spent at the Muslim shopping exhibition on my feet. My heels hurt, my knees creaking more, my joints are killing, my back is stiff as, but today's another day, and I'll deliver what I can until I can't stand anymore. Because I think that's what Allah proposed for me for this journey of this step of chapter of my life, and whether I'm a philanthropist or a humanitarian or whatever, I feel for you. And when I do what I get, I want for you. So, if I've missed anything, like why I'm back, I'll tell you now before I go. I'm back because I need to get these sales over the line so I can bank some money and I can start investing elsewhere. I have got some properties left here. This one's in my personal name. I didn't think I was going to sell this one, but I think this one needs to go, and I need to move into another one of my properties that is smaller and hopefully clear the mortgage on that one, and still be left with some money out of this one because there's no CGT to pay, and get investing. I've bought my base in Malaysia. I will be living there. You don't have to buy. You can rent because rent is fair and reasonable over there. The cost of living is fair and reasonable, and the government is really good to the people that live in that country. Invest in Dubai, in Sharjah, Ajman, maybe even Riyadh. I can't tell you. I have yet to go that way. There's places in Dubai that are really good. 2 places, Southern, and also, I know it's not the place everyone wants to invest, but Ras Al Khaimah, where the casino is, they're doing what they're doing. That's theirs. You're investing for yourself, for your rizq, and that's business. So if that place booms because of that, you're not party to it. You're party to something in the location that will benefit from all of the attractions that come to that tourist destination. Because let's face it, not everyone's going to go in the casino, peeps, are they really? Leave that to those people. We can still be there, but in this area, right? So that's why I'm here. Sell off in the UK. Now it's going to be the main home, which I didn't think was going to be the case. But having done what I've done and experienced, yes, it's going to be the main home. And I'm going to move to something smaller. I'm going to invest in Dubai. And I'm going to live in Malaysia. Inshallah, make dua for you all to follow in my footsteps. That's it for me. Saira Hayati, your host. First podcast, more to come with very interesting people who are going to be sitting in that seat. And I will say that it's largely women in business, but there's always going to be a little twist. And let's see who wants to come and talk to me on this show. Take care from me, guys. Follow, subscribe, and give me a comment.